I think it'd be an understatement to say since I got this report, I haven't been happy. And one of the big reasons is when Canadians can't navigate the CRA, or we now know they were getting a lot of misinformation, it becomes very costly for them. They have to hire an accountant to navigate these waters, which comes at a very big expense. Currently, we're in a cost of living crisis, and most Canadians can't afford that. So what's great about being an MP is that they can come to us and we can help them. And I do believe, and I know that every single member of Parliament and their staff in this room is more than willing and happy to do that, and we have been doing that. But here's an example of what we had to go through. So I have a single mother in my riding who has a nonverbal autistic son who got a terrifying letter that she owes $16,000. She didn't know where to turn. She didn't have the money for an accountant. Thankfully, she walked into our office. With resubmitting all her paperwork and working with the CRA, we were able to come to the conclusion that she actually received $2,400. Now, in my mind, accountability levels out any mismanagement. So my question to you is, has the CRA issued any correction, apology to taxpayers affected by misinformation? And should taxpayers who relied on bad advice be reimbursed for interest and penalties caused by the CRA errors?
And I will, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll turn to my colleague Melanie just to respond in detail. And this question came up earlier as well. And obviously I can't comment specifically on the example you raised, but that is a case. I hear them, and MPs bring them to our attention, and we do try to solve those as fairly, equitably, and quickly as possible. But Melanie, in terms of, I think the question was, if somebody takes an action, the question,
sorry, sir, the question is accountability. Yeah. Accountability. Ever since I was fortunate enough to be elected by Hamilton East Stony Creek, I've come here on the Public Accounts Committee and in the House, and there's no accountability with the past government, and we're finding with this government. Accountability. Do the taxpayers get their accountability from misinformation from your department? Where does that begin? Sorry, apology. Are people who did a bad job since 2017 to September, have they been terminated? What's going on, and where's the accountability to taxpayers and Canadian citizens? It's a very clear question, sir.
Yes, it is. And the ultimate accountability is with me, but I'll let Melanie answer the question of what mechanisms do we have in place if people receive the wrong information from us.
Yeah, and what you've quoted is a really unfortunate story. Just have to declare that. But without knowing this taxpayer in question, of course, I wouldn't be able to opine as to what would happen or what has happened since. When the CRA has determined that it has made an error at some point in the process, a few things can happen. But the taxpayer does have recourse, will always have recourse through our appeals process, our objections process. So that is always available to them.
But that costs more money with accountants.